Welcome and one all to CFB 26, another series over here. I know last year I said something about a dynasty and I didn't do it, but this year we're gonna do it. Okay, I'm going to rebuild a dynasty over here in CFB, and I've got some major plans for it. So sit back, relax, as we're taking over my hometown team here, the San Diego State Aztecs. So not like a bottom tier team. They're not a 1-star or no star school. They have 2 stars. They're a pretty good school here in the Mountain West Conference. But I wanted to take over this team just to see how far I could take them. This is my first attempt at doing a dynasty. I've never done one before. I haven't done one in years. So I'm not too familiar with like the scouting and recruiting and everything like that. So this is going to kind of be my first dip into it. So if you guys enjoy the series, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, man. Comment down below suggestions for the series with things that you think I can do better. One of the major plans that I have for this team is kind of moving them out of this Mountain West. After we've gone and become, really good and, we can clearly dominate this conference, I want to move them, as we've seen schools move all the time, to a bigger conference like the Big Ten. It just made the most sense because they have 2 schools already in California in that conference, which could be our rivals. So I wanted to move them up into that role once we've actually established ourselves, though, within the Mountain West. So we're not going to make that jump until we've established ourselves here. I don't know if that means winning a championship or just winning a bunch of consecutive conference championships, but we'll be going years and deeply into this dynasty because we're going to build a dynasty, not just one championship. I want to try to get multiple here with this team before we give them up. So I'm going to make myself here obviously a recruiter. That just seems what the type of coach that I would fit into the best. So you can see what our build is and you can see what the team histories look like. I mean, they have been historically good. In the last 4 years, they've kind of gone downhill progressively from 12-2 in a bowl win to 7-6, 4-8, 3-9. So a change is definitely needed this year. 3 years consecutively getting worse calls for a change of a new coach. But as you can see back here, they won, back-to-back conference championships there in 2015 and 2016 and 3 in the last 5 years from that time span, consistently getting double-digit wins, 10-plus wins. But they just haven't been able to do it recently. So Coach Sean Smooth is going to come in and recruit and make this team a little bit better. And as we're looking at the schedule, I want to try to get us an early rivalry with the team inside of that Big Ten, so that when the switch happens too, it also makes sense by a story. Now they have us playing Cal here, who actually last year was pretty bad at 6-7, wasn't the best, and isn't even one of the best schools in the state of California. So I was just looking at our different options of who we can choose from. UCLA was the only option here for this particular week. So I think that's who we're going to end up choosing. They're a pretty highly talented school, consistently are good, more so in like basketball than football, but pretty highly talented school still. I mean, they went 5-7 last year, but I think that'll be a good rivalry for us. A team in the Big Ten that's not on the upper end. It's not USC. But I think we can make that our rivalry kind of going forward. So we'll be doing this post-commentary style. We will be, showing highlights of the gameplay. So let me know how you guys enjoy this one. It won't be live like our Madden rebuild will be. That will be me actually live commentary. This will be post-commentary with highlights of the games in between. So let me know which style that you guys like better down below in the comment section. I would love to see you guys' feedback on that. So here, we're getting started with recruiting, which to me is way harder than scouting in any other game, bro. Like, you have to constantly maintain a good roster all the way throughout, constantly keep eyes on your seniors, which we have 21 graduating seniors, 12 on defense, 9 on offense. And if we look at just who's the best players on this roster, it's our edge, corner, and we have a couple offensive linemen, all of which could possibly be graduating though. I mean, redshirt juniors, they could go pro. Seniors, obviously going to graduate even if they don't go pro. Here at quarterback, we have Jaden Denigel as our starting quarterback. He's a junior, so we could possibly have him for 2 years. All of our running backs are redshirted juniors, with Sutton being on top, Caldwell being number 2, and then Washington our number 3. We have top receiver here in Jordan Napier at a 79 overall is the best we can do here. So I don't know how good the pass game is going to be with receivers like these. I mean, 79 and 272s and Oviedo and Bostic. It could be a very long passing year, and passing is my number 1 form of offense. We will run the ball, but don't expect us to have like a 2 running back system. It's going to be 1 running back taking a big majority of the carries. Somebody to come in with help it with wear and tear, and probably about 20 to 25 carries a game. But we're going to be mainly slinging that pill through the air. So that means this offensive line not only has to get better, but we actually have to find some people to take over, because almost all of our starting offensive linemen are seniors. All 4 of the 5 are seniors. The other one is a redshirted junior, so he could also possibly still leave. On the D line, we're looking okay outside of our one, best player on the team. They're both getting older. Our defensive tackles, our top 2 are both seniors. So that means we have a 73 waiting underneath. And I just kind of look at this to kind of give me a sense of what will I be looking for in the recruiting portal. What kind of recruits are we looking for? Looks like here on the Will side, we have a couple more good options. Then Sam, Mike, we need some help. Cornerback, we're definitely going to need help. The depth here is not good, and the top 3 are all seniors. So really our best option there is a 72. Free safety, both top guys are seniors, so our best option is a 72. And then, okay, we do have a junior over here, so if they don't leave, we have an option of 77 to move over to free safety. And then probably a kicker there because he's a senior too as well. So here's what our sliders are going to be working with. I found a realistic slider set on the forums. So this is what everybody's kind of agreeing with right now. Gives you the most realistic gameplay playing the game wise. So if you guys want to copy these, feel free to. Obviously, as updates go out, we'll have to make changes to these. So make sure you guys just keep eyes on those forums to make those changes. And I'm going to make the changes accordingly. So these different things are just kind of help out with the CPU gameplay. There wasn't any kind of changes to the precipitation yet when I looked. Maybe there is one now, so I have to go back and double check. But here's kind of what our board looks like. At the top, we have a couple good athletes here. We got some receivers, but I'm still going to be looking at highly talented players. I'm going to be looking at some 4 stars. We don't not on their interest board, but if we can maybe get them some interest here, we can start out the series with some big level guys here. As a recruiter, we have over 110 coins here to go ahead and spend. So looking at the tests here, it looks like advanced look is something I would want for everybody. Magnet personality would be something I want from everybody. Portal King, transfers. I don't know if I want to do that just yet, but obviously we don't know what we might need in the transfer portal. So I'm going to save using the coins on that one until we get there. But obviously before we can get to elite recruiter, I have to spend 50 coins in recruiter alone, and then I have to sign 2 top 5 recruiting classes. So that's going to be hard. Now, signing a top 5 recruiting class, because I'm sure that's top 5 over all NCAA. So that's going to be pretty tough for us to do. So I'm going to go ahead and get the first 2 levels on just about every position here except for quarterback, running back, and receiver, because we're not too focused on those ones right now. But we'll at least get 1 level on all 3 of those. So we'll get less time to fully scout basically every position that we go through. So we found a gem here in athlete Mafu Day. Looks like he could possibly be on the line. 70 block shed, good power moves and finesse moves. Another gem here is another athlete, Intenza on Lulu. Looks like he could be a pretty good prospect. Another gem here in Deshaun Hurtado. He's got a good offensive line set here. Right tackle, good pass blocking, so maybe can move him to the left if it stays up that high. But that's good run blocking too. So solid all-around prospect, and we're number 2 actually on his board as far as interest already. Nobody's offered him a scholarship yet, so let's go ahead and get a little boost here and maybe offer him a scholarship. We only have 35 of these to give out, so I don't know if they say no, do I get one back? But there's our first scholarship offer out. Another gem here for Larry Sexton. Another left tackle here. Defensive tackle Devontae Ledyard. He's also got gem potential here. Celis Menace, who is 77 zone coverage, 91 speed as an athlete. That could definitely be a free safety. Taylor Acostas here at Mike. Sheriff Landry at cornerback. So a couple 3-star prospects here. Another athlete here in Charles Spielman. And after our first week, because we had a bye week to start off with, you see we're already kind of getting locked out of. It looks like 2 guys, different boards. A couple other guys looks like we've looked into. We're not in their top 8, so we kind of got pushed out of those. Other people kind of limiting now their stuff at top 8. Thankfully, we're not on deal breakers for a lot of these. A lot of these guys have deal breakers of just proximity to home, and we have a lot of California prospects here. Thankfully, being a team in California, we're going to have our hands full with athletes because California is the best state that athletes come out of. Argue with your mama. We have the best athletes in any state. Sorry, Texas. Sorry, Georgia. Sorry, Florida. They come from Cali. No, but we can really talk about that down below, though. For real, I do truly believe that I'm a ride for my home state. But we're gonna go ahead and get into the first game here of the regular season at San Diego State. Starting out, of course, with an FCS team, so this should be a cupcake walk. But this will be a good introduction to the team, the playbook, what kind of plays can we run, who can we rely on, and what kind of team is this gonna be moving forward. So I'm really hyped and ready to get this team started off with. I'm wondering what an FCS school will look like. What kind of offense or defense will they run here? as the opening kickoff goes out, and we're going to take this one back up to, looks like about the 20-yard line there, as Byron Caldwell is going to be our starting halfback. 89 speed, 80 overall. We're going to look to him to kind of lead us here and see if he can be our lead back here as he gets the first carry of the game for a nice little run of 5. So expect a lot of like inside zones and kind of running in between the tackles, not necessarily in between the guards, but we won't do technically too many outside runs. And when it comes to passing, we will be slinging that thing all over the field. So play action fake here, throws that one over the middle. Great catch there by Napier for his first grab of the year. But there is a penalty flag down. Holding call here, and I didn't notice that too. That it did say when I got these sliders to be watchful of the holding calls and tune it as you need to, because some are seeing an issue with too many holding calls being called in their games, both for the computer and the defense. But what is that? Jordan got hurt already? Goodness, we're already missing our best wide receiver here early. And then I got to work on my kick meter because, like I said, I haven't played college football too much, so that first punt was booty. But already our best wide receiver is down and out. And saying our best halfback is Sutton, but I didn't touch the depth chart, and it had Caldwell listed as halfback 1. So we'll have to see if we notice any lack of running skill, as it appears that they have plenty of running skill, getting a first down in their first run attempt here. Is that the wishbone? Are they running the wing T offense? Oh, heck no, we cannot lose to a wing T offense. A speed option here to the outside, and we nut that one up in the backfield. Looks like they're finally going to go shotgun here, go with another direct quarterback power here as we go and stop that one down for a loss. Looks like this FCS East team will want to run read options. I know we didn't just run into the kicker. Come on now. I know you ain't just... Oh, no. On 4th and 14, we just roughed the kicker there. Cornerback Josh ran into the kicker. I think we're able to get them back to a 3rd and goal here, long back at the 9-yard line. They're going with the little toss play out to the outside. It's wide open for a little bit, and we quickly get out there to close ground. So we're going to try for another field goal here. This time, let's not run into the kicker. And it's wide left. He missed it wide left. Their kicker needs to go back to kicking school, and we are saved from points on the board. Maybe it's a good thing that we got the roughing the kicker call there as we throw that one out underneath. That's Bostic with the catch, and that's our first big play there of the year. 22 yards there from Jaden Daniel on the pass. It looks like Napier is back in the game here. It looks like he's hurt his rib. He's got a red little heart by his name. Let's see if we can go to him, though. We'll see how hurt he is. As I still try to go to him because he was just too wide open on that play. He gets up, looks fine here. Signals for the first down. You see he's got severe risk of injury. And yeah, those ribs are really bothering him. So we're gonna take him out the game here. Probably give him a quarter, maybe 2 quarters of rest. He's not completely injured here as we throw this one to the corner. And it gets knocked down. Now we're gonna try for a field goal of our own here. Like I said, I have not really worked with this kicking meter, and they're giving me 10 miles per hour win already in my first game. This kick is up, and it'll hit off the right crossbar. So we doink that one across. And is that a 4 halfback formation? Dropping back, they're still going to look to pass it here. Throw goes out, and they get us there with the trick play. Not really like a play action. He kind of drops straight back, but when you got 3 halfbacks behind the QB, pass is the last thing you're thinking of. All the way up here in the red zone. Go with the quarterback keeper, taking it back with the, looks like a QB counter. They get another first down here, so it's back to 3rd and goal at the 9. Play action fake. Here's the pressure. We'll get there, though. This time coverage is tight on the back end. Not falling for it twice. They're going for another field goal here off the left hash again. Stadium Pulse is rocking here. Kick is up, and that one is going to squeeze its way through. The 3rd attempt is good for them as they are now up 3-0. We're losing to an FCS school, mind you. So we got to find some offense here early. Not able to kind of get anything going. We've gotten down there, but just got locked out before we can get into field goal range here. So let's try with the run here to the outside. Another inside zone here going outside the tackles, though. As Caldwell gets us a nice little gain here. Going 2nd and 7. Looking to pass out to Sutton there. The true halfback one with the juke, and he gets us all the way up to the 20. We're getting closer to the red zone here. Halfback handoff again to Sutton as he gets cracked. I'm going to keep him in the backfield here just to see what he can do a little bit running the ball. His jukes have looked good. Holes have not opened up, though, for the run game. So we go 3rd and 6 here. We're going to go with a little halfback bubble, getting it out to him. He gets us up to a 4th and short, and you know I'm aggressive. Going for it here. We just need Jaden to give us a good throw here. Good dot. X is open on the other side, but we go triangle instead. So that's Bostic not able to get the first. As we go ahead and jump here to the last drive before the end of the half. Still nobody else has scored since the field goal. We're going to have to go no huddle here. We need to try to at least get 3 points before half. I do not want to go into half losing to an FCS school. Dropping back here, 30 seconds left to go. Pockets looking clean. Wide open receiver as he sails it. Jaden. Bad throw there. I think that was Bostic there on the route. He comes right back to him. It's actually, no, I think it's Acevedo making the grab there. Trying to learn the different numbers of this team. It's going to take me a minute to remember everything. It says a flag down, open play as we throw to the tight end that time. They're going to get us with another holding call. It's our 2nd win of the game. You can always tell who the penalty is going to be on because they zoom in on the player beforehand. So that's a holding call again. Our 2nd win of the first half, really. Here's we're going to drop back here. Looking again to go to the crossing route. Wide open up the field. And that's Acevedo again. Gets us up there with 1 second left. We're able to try this field goal here. This is going to be a 48-yard field goal. Trying to line this one up. We get it right down the middle, and it will go right through the uprights. Tying the ball game up here at 3 at half. As this has been a stressful game. The offense has been moving and getting stalled out. Defense has been playing great here. As you see, over 116 yards total through the first half. 244 for us. We just have not been scoring. No turnovers from either side either. It's been straight punts. Back and forth, so we get ball here to start off the second half. So we're going to go ahead and lead on the run here, going to Sutton here off the little misdirection. We're going to try to use a good mix of him and Caldwell here. Play action pass here over the middle. That's Acevedo getting the catch there. You'll see Acevedo in 81, Bostic in 86. Caldwell here with the handoff up the middle, getting us a nice solid gain of 4. To come right back to the pass here, dropping back. Jaden finds his halfback. Big play up the left side, running up the sideline and gets tackled at the 5. Over 200 yards through the air so far today. And now here on 2nd and goal, we just want to try to put in the end zone. Blitz is coming from the linebackers. Throw goes out, and we get Acevedo. Oh, wait, no, that's Bostic. On the inside, they're swashing back and forth between slot and outside, but that's Bostic making the grab. Our first touchdown here in the San Diego State Dynasty is going to Bostic, and receiving core is not looking too bad with the best one up here not being on the field. Surprised the line. Oh, that's a safety nickel back. I'm surprised he just stood there, stayed on the in route, didn't go for the ball at all. I'll take it, though. I'm not going to complain here as we go with a fullback dive here up the middle. And the ball's on the floor, and we recover it. Finally, a turnover by the defense. They went with a fullback dive, and he dropped it on the ground. Now we got 3rd and 10 here after the turnover. Throwing to the out route to the outside. Great diving grab. Jaden not too accurate here, but he's getting it close enough. We're going to go out to our halfback here as another flag is down. It's another holding call. That's 3 now. So keep eyes on it, you guys. If we are seeing a lot of these holding calls, we'll have to tune it down. I do believe they use this slider, though. It gives you better pass blocking. Like, you're not going to see as much pressure because they're actually going to be trying to pass block, but the downside of that is they're going to hold a lot more. So you got to kind of fine tune that to get a good balance of pass blocking, but still getting your holding calls in there. So we drop back here, throws it out underneath. And we aren't able to get in the end zone that time. Still 3 yards away. We come right back to the play again, throwing to the opposite side this time when we probably could have went X again. And it's 4th and goal here. Since we're at the 1 yard line, if we don't get it, this is good safety territory. So we weren't able. Oh. Offsides? Ellis? Offside? Oh my gosh. That's 4 penalties. Are y'all undisciplined? We about to have a long practice when we get back to the practice field. Y'all looking real undisciplined today. Motioning out the backfield again here. Looking. Fires it to our halfback. And there's a flag down again. And it's once again on us. That's our 5th flag today. Holding. 4th holding call today. And because it was 4th down, they're just going to go and take the turnovers on downs. Get the ball at the 6. So they're going shotgun here. They've been running the ball all day, going with another handoff, though, here. And because we actually thought it might be a pass, they fooled us. So that goes to the outside. Dropping back here with 3 halfbacks again. Throwing it out to the outside, but we're there to go and clog it up. And this is another way to give more feedback. Let me know about my commentary style down below, you guys. Like, I really want to know what you guys feel about the series, and I want you guys to be a part of it. So comment down below any thoughts, feedback about, or just to say something about the gameplay. Who's your favorite player on this team already? What's the best players you've seen today in this game? But let me know about my commentary style. Do I talk too fast, too slow, too loud, too soft, too emotional, too not emotional? You want more gameplays? You want more about the actual scouting? Just let me know how you guys are feeling about everything, or if you guys, fully like what I'm doing, want me to keep doing what I'm doing, just let me know that too, as well as we get another fumble. And the fat boy is running. Move. Man, move the skinny dude out the way. You should have just stiff armed that. You should have just stiff armed that man out the way. Benjamin was rumbling, bumbling, and tumbling down the field, man. He was able to pick up the fumble there off the sack and then take us all the way back to the 30-yard line. That is Trey White. Is that his second? Did he get the first one? I think he got the first fumble too as well. Look at that, fast off the edge. I mean, if there's anybody that has a chance to maybe go pro and help us with that pro potential rating, it could be him at a 91 overall. So we'll see as he gets another fumble attempted there, as we get another great run there by Caldwell. Finally an open lane to the left side, getting us all the way up into 1st and goal territory here at the 5. We hand it off right back to him again, and he gets tabletopped into the end zone. Hey, Med, check on that boy kneecaps real quick. I know he's celebrating, but I know that's just adrenaline. Check on his kneecaps. Byron Caldwell getting us to the end zone, man. Look at it just get flipped right over, just tabletopped over into the end zone. That is hilarious. As we're going to go back to us getting the ball again here. They weren't able to get anything going. We're up here in the red zone. So we once again are still rushing here with Caldwell, getting those yards up. He's actually finally starting to find some open lanes here. So we're going to throw this one out here to, looks like Bostic with the grab, as they get their 2nd injury timeout here. I think they're just faking injuries to get more time now. 4 minutes left to go in the game. We're up 14 here, trying to go for another touchdown. So we hand this thing off. Caldwell again is in the end zone. And now we're just running up the score. This is what should have happened sooner. But I think now we finally found our offense. We found a good mix of run and pass. The defense is locking in. I mean, they've been locked in all game. But we're finally actually scoring instead of just getting up here and getting stalled out. So here, about under 2 minutes left to go. We're up 24-3. As you can see, the game is really kind of getting out of hand. They're dropping back. They're going to try to pass here. Throw goes wildly over the middle, and we get our first interception of the series as well. I had to include the interception. I had to show the defense off a little bit, show them a little bit more love. This game is out of hand as FCS is fine. We're starting to finally show that gap between us and the FCS. The first half, you would have thought we might actually be booty. And I was thinking that we were about to be booty, but here in the second half, it's been a completely different team as Dale-Sean Staley, our strong safety here, our starting strong safety, gets the first interception of the series. And we're looking to try to put some more points here up on the board as everything's looking pretty clear here. We get another sack fumble here as that ball's on the ground, and they're going to pick this one up here. And now their big boys rumbling, bumbling, and tumbling up the field, only being chased by offensive linemen, and the D-line is always faster than the O-line as he gets into the crib. And the FCS finally, the Judicials, we'll call them, since that is their team mascot, the Judicials finally jump on the board here with that touchdown and bring it back 10-24. So you know we couldn't let that stand here. Time expiring, 20 seconds left to go. Jaden fires it into the end zone for another touchdown. Let's get that 7 right back and put that gap right back where it was. 31-10 here. as we're able to win this game by a 21 score point differential. Walking out of here exactly how it should have been, way easier than it seemed. The scoreboard we did miss the extra point, my fault. So it's 30-10. But look at the great stats here from Jaden. 328, 2 touchdowns, 68% completion percentage. He gets player of the game here today. I mean, the numbers look great. The end of the game numbers look fantastic. But watching this game, as you guys did, we're scared. I'm terrified to play teams that aren't FCS schools because we did not look good all day. Now the holding did have some change to it, so I might lower that setting just a little bit. So be on the lookout for that. I might, taper it down just a little bit, maybe like 5 ticks, 10 ticks. Just because I didn't even show all of them there. We actually ended up with 7 penalties total. 6 of them were holding. The one that wasn't, obviously, you guys saw when it was just offsides, but 6 holding calls throughout the entire game. That, to me, seems like a lot. At least maybe for like an undisciplined team that might be okay, but for me that seems like way too much, and there's no way to make my team more disciplined by conditioning them, so I'm just going to turn down the slider. I can't make them boys run. But look at the great game here from Jacob Bostic. 13 for 113 and a touchdown. Even Appear, who barely got in the game, had 2 catches for 41 off both of his targets. So everybody here was putting up great numbers. Acevedo, 3 for 59, a touchdown by Adams, our tight end, and we had a really good game all around. The rush game ended up coming around there late at the end of the game. Passing game obviously finished out very strong. It was actually strong all game. We just couldn't keep scoring. 12 pancakes there from Ellis is an amazing job on the O-line. But defensively, we played great too. 9 tackles here you see from Eric Butler, 5 TFLs from Staley to go along with that interception. 3.5 sacks for Trey White, leading the way already for us. I mean, it looks like we could have a fantastic defense, but we really won't know until we get into those actual conference games. I did add UCLA I think I added UCLA to our schedule. So, I mean, we're going to actually get a taste of what it's like to play in the Big Ten. We're probably going to get stomped, but especially if we play like we did today, not scoring to the second half, it's going to look bad. But hopefully, maybe it's just the first game of the year, jitters. Great job that we were able to warm up with a game like this, and we can kind of fix things as the rest of the year goes on. So you see, we were able to recover 3 of the fumbles here that were forced today. Benjamin getting 2 of them, and we go right into the scouting where we have a couple guys that have locked us out of their boards. Cook, Day, they don't have us at any type of interest, and they've already locked in their top 8. So, and we knew it was going to be a long shot for some of these 4-stars, but Carlos Jones has us here moving up to number 7 as a 4-star receiver. So that could be a possibility. Our receiver room is looking kind of weak. Looks like Quinneku, one of our corners, also locks us out. So he's bumping back. We have a couple of first places here on some of these offensive linemen, which we know that's going to be a big area of fix. Of a lot of them are seniors and just need to get better in general. So this could be a big offensive line class for us here. Let's just add some things to his scouting here. We have friends and family. I'm going to add DMing him too as well. And this is where I'm kind of going to go through and start adding stuff to their hours, because that's how I notice that's how the hours get used up every week. Is kind of doing stuff like this: social media, DMing them, checking with their friends and family, and then just full out sending the house. We can't schedule visits yet. We can't soft pitch. We can't hard sell just yet, because we're still early in the year, but we're kind of monitoring where we are on some of these boards. Like here for Silas Menace, I definitely want him as a possible free safety target. So I'm offering him the scholarship and try to battle back here with UCLA as they took a huge lead. Landry here, he's almost ready to commit to UNLV, but they're the only ones to offer him a scholarship. So I'm gonna offer a scholarship too to give him that option. Don't lock in with a school just yet. See, I don't have a way to sway or sell anything. So we already looked at friends and family. Let's go and add a DM to him too as well. And Staley gets player of the week for I think I was calling it the MAC earlier, the MWC conference, my fault, Midwest Conference. So he gets player of the week here for his performance. We get a couple more lockouts as, of course, the year goes on. We're getting a halfback locked out and kind of setting things up. So I'll reset up the board, continue to monitor those guys, try to maybe get a couple commits here early, which will be great. And then we can start scheduling visits. We're going to schedule them for games that we feel like we can win. So I'll catch you guys in the next episode. We're going to get through 2 or 3 games next time out. We'll see. It definitely will be more than just 1. But next time we'll start with Washington State. Then we do have a bye week before UCLA. And that's going to be the big game. So I think that's time we will definitely at least be playing 2. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Please leave feedback down below. I want to know what you guys think about the series, so I know how to change it and make it better for you guys. But it's me, your boy, Coach Smooth here at San Diego. And the Madden series actually will be starting here soon too as well for the rebuild. So be on the lookout for that. Love every single one of you guys. Later.